Welcome back to the garage, and let's show you what we're working on today. The Dot is back in the garage, and we're gonna do a quick video on this. So after I tuned it up and my son drove it around, I was away on vacation. He sent me a text message saying you gotta check engine light, and he ran the scanner on it, and it was a P2271 code, which is an O2 sensor. And it makes sense because we just changed the plugs in the air filter, and the O2 sensor is probably out of whack from it not running right for so long. And it's a bank 1 O2 sensor, which is the top one before the resonator, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's gonna be a quick one, and we're gonna show you guys how to swap out an O2 sensor on a 2015 Dodge Dot. All right, let's take a look at this O2 sensor, and it's NTK, which is basically a part of NGK. They make the spark plugs, and he makes some kind of ceramic stuff or whatever. This was not cheap. This was $110. So let's take a look at it. Sealed up pretty good. Let's see, installation instructions. Finger tight. That's in a foreign language. That is English. Do not drop it. Alright, so remove protective cap. Socket. So I guess what this is telling you here, you go finger tight, and then after finger tight you go 3/4 of a turn to 1 turn on this one, and finger tight to a half turn to 3/4 of a turn, or you go 3/4 of a turn to a full turn on this one, and that's how you torque it. And it matters on the size, so I'm going to say that this is an 18 mil. That looks like an 18 mil. Alright, there it is. Let's pull off the other one. Oh, you're going to need an oxygen sensor tool. This is the removal tool, and this is 7/8, which I think this pretty much says here, which is probably an 18 millimeter, or 22 millimeter it says. Anyway, you want to use this because these are really hard to get out otherwise, and it's cut so that you can get it over the wire, and it just goes right down onto the hex, and you put a ratchet or a breaker bar in here, and that's how you get them off. You really need this in order to do it. I think I paid 35 bucks for this at AutoZone a few years back, but it was worth every penny. So this is the bank 1 sensor right here. You guys can see that. Real easy to get to, pretty simple. The plug is down here underneath. You have 2 sensors. You have the top bank 1, bank 2 is down here, and you got 2 different plugs. So that's the white plug and then the black plug. This is the one we're going to take. Alright, so the way to get the plug off is you need a little screwdriver like this, and you stick it inside the slot. Let me show you on this one. You can see right here. You stick it down inside, and you just pry it up a tiny bit, and then you can pop it right out. And that is just under here, and it moves around because of the way it's set in here. It's on like a push plug, so you just slide it right in there. There we go. She's out. Nothing too difficult there. And then we're going to pop this, so we get the wire out. There's that one. And I'm just using the same screwdriver. I'm not really doing anything else. And there's the plug. Now I'm going to take my tool, which is a 1/2-inch drive, and I'm going to put it on there like that. I'll put it right on there. So what I want you guys to know is I was soaking this. I soaked it for I don't know, 3 days. with PB Blaster, just to make sure that this thing comes loose, because they can get pretty corroded. If this doesn't budge, I'm going to use heat. Well, let's try it first. Alright, here's the wrench, and I'm going to pop it on here. I'm hoping that this comes right off, because I really don't want to I don't want to have to fight this thing. Alright, let's see. Alright, she popped loose. That easy. And we just unscrew it. The CO2 sensor. Now, while my son was driving this, he said that the check engine light would come on and off by itself. So this sensor could be good. It might just be plugged up. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to hang on to it, but I'm going to pop it out anyways, just in case, because I don't want to risk throwing a check engine light when we go to get an inspection. Massachusetts is very, very strict on check engine lights, and I think you can have one as long as it's not emissions related, and unfortunately O2 sensors are emissions related. So now we want to pull that off, and you can see there's like a never sees on there already, and here's the other one. Just match them up and they look like they're pretty much the same, which is good. Let's screw this guy in. So they want to go finger tight. And a 3/4 turn. I'll try to go 3/4. We'll see how it feels. Might go less. So I'm going to put a little bit of a mark on there just so I know. I'm just going to put a mark on this right here, showing me where the up position was, so that when I get 3/4 of the way around, I'll know it. That seems awful tight, and I'm not quite 3/4 of the way around, but it said anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4, and I am at between halfway, a 1/2 inch and a 3/4. I'm gonna put this cover back on here so this one doesn't get damaged. I'll put it back in the box and I'm gonna hang on to it. All right, the only thing to do now is to plug it back in. All right, folks, there it is, installed. So that was quick. What did that take me? 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. But the key is to have the right tools. You want to make sure that you have this tool. If not, you saw how hard it was for me to get that to pop, and how much force I had to use. Without that tool, you're probably gonna round it over. I mean, you gotta have the right tools. Anyway, just a quick one. Thanks for watching, and I'll give you another preview here of what's to come. This is what we gotta do. Lower control arm, strut, drive axle. And I originally wasn't going to do the lower control arm, but as you guys can see, it is no good. So we're gonna replace it. If it's something you guys want to see, and you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notified when this video posts next week. I might do a two-parter on this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me. But again, short video for the week. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And thanks for subscribing, all that kind of stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy what's left of this summer. Until the next video, have a good one.